Hello everyone, Lisa here. Welcome to What's Crafting Wednesday. I'm back. You're probably saying you're finally back. Yes, I am finally back. I apologize for my long absence, but as I've said before, sometimes life just gets in the way. But I'm back, and I hope you like the project I have tonight. So, of course, we will start with our drawing. This goes way back to, I think, the middle of December. But let me get out my trusty little bag here. It's still not my trusty gold bag. And I have the project, my last Facebook Live project. It was this cookie cutter holder. And inside is a tree-shaped cookie cutter and this cute little tag that I made on it. And honestly, Facebook Live only keeps lives for 30 days. And I had forgotten to download this before it disappeared. So unfortunately, it will not be on my YouTube channel. And also, unfortunately, I didn't remember who had commented on the last one. So I have the names here of those who regularly comment. So I'm going to put all of these in my trusty little bag. And we'll do the drawing that way tonight. And a little shaking. My extra little mixing here. Oh, can't even grab a ticket. What's wrong with me? Here's one. Okay. And our lucky winner it's Carol. Well, congratulations, Carol. I have this darling little gift for you. I have to tell you, these were so very popular. I made them for the craft fairs also that I did during the holiday season, and they were a very big hit. So I do hope that you enjoy these, Carol, and you find someone to give them to next holiday season. Okay, so tonight is Valentine's gift. And since, as I said, my video got deleted before I got to download it from Facebook, so we will be making a Valentine version tonight so that everyone knows how I made it, and I will get this downloaded and then uploaded to my YouTube channel so it will not disappear again. So we're going to make this cute Valentine holder, and I'll be using a heart-shaped cookie cutter, and I will be using this bundle, and actually I think it is a suite, but we'll be using the Endless Love stamp set, and I use the Hugs and Kisses sentiment from this, and then we'll be using the Endless Love dies. And I've used this heart-shaped die here to cut out the little window. We'll be using the DSP, which is called Made with Love, 12 by 12. And I have a piece of window sheet to put in here. And I have the red and white baker's twine. And this die here is from the Boardwalk Fun bundle, and it is this die right now. Is this from here? Oh my goodness, where is this die from? I think it's from there. I'll have to check that and then put it on my my Facebook page. It looks like it's not from this set. My goodness, I don't remember what set it's from. Oh, it is from here. Oh, as confused as always. Yes, the die for the sentiment is also from the Endless Love dies. Okay, let's get started. Hopefully I can do this without any confusion. But you never know, because I did actually make this a couple weeks ago. So I have to think about how I made it also. I do have my little cheat sheet with my measurements. So we have real red cardstock, and the piece for the box is 6.5 by 5 3/4, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4 all around. And the piece for the top is 6 by 5 1/4, and we're going to score it just a smidge, a hair under 1 inch all around. And my DSP here is 3 3/4 by 3. And I have a piece of window sheet that is 3.5, yes, by 2 3/4, I believe. And then I have a scrap piece of basic white for our stamping. So let's get started here. We're going to start scoring our bottom, for the bottom of the box. And again, this is 6.5 by 5 3/4, and we're going to score it all around at 1 1/4. So I'm going to put this here on 1 1/4, and then we will score this. I'm going to turn it the other way and score it at 1 1/4. And then we'll do 1 1/4. And what I'm going to do now is to also do my cuts. Just raise that up a little bit, and let me see. I have that a little too low there. This way here, you don't have to cut it afterwards with your snips. And 1 1/4. And then let me get this here with my... Okay. And then we're just going to cut the edges here. Get rid of that little bit of extra bulk so the box will come together nicer, have a more finished look. So has anyone done any Valentine crafting? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've done cards or treat holders. And of course, if you'd like to share what you made, do send me pictures. All right. And now we'll just fold on the score lines. And now we will assemble it. You can use, tear and tape. I like to use Tombow, the liquid adhesive, because it gives me that extra wiggle room. Just hold that together for a couple seconds so it adheres. So then if you don't get it lined up perfectly the first time, you can then go back in. You have a little bit of time, that little bit of wiggle room to move this when you use the liquid adhesive. All right. Now, though I made this box, this project initially a couple weeks ago, I did not make my package for it until today. So I do hope my measurements are correct. Let's see if this fits in. Oh, it looks like it's right. Okay. And now we will do the top. And this here is a 1/2 inch smaller than the bottom, because we want to have this, we don't want the, when we score it, we don't want the top to go all the way to the bottom. So I made the cardstock a little bit smaller, and then we're going to score it smaller. So this here is going to be scored at a hair under 1 inch all around. Oop, got the cutting blade there. That would make a big mess. get both sides done again. Just that little hair under that 1 inch. And then this way we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to score it. And then we're going to cut, make our cuts with the cutting blade rather than cutting with the snips afterward. I mean, you don't have to do it this way. This is just the way I usually like to do it. You can just completely cut it afterwards with your snips. And under that, just a hair under the 1 inch again. And then we'll bring that cutting blade down. Okay. And again, we will be just trimming these little edges here to get rid of that little extra bulk. Really does make a big difference when you assemble a box. I mean, it's not absolutely necessary, but it does make your box come together a lot neater. And then we'll just fold all of these. And now we're going to adhere our DSP. I first thought I cut the wrong piece, but I had it upside down. Of course I had it upside down because I was going to add my adhesive. And you want to make sure you get adhesive, on the inside here, because this is where we're going to cut the heart out. So once we cut it, we want to make sure that it does stay together. Okay, now this will not fit through my mini machine, so I'm going to step away just for a moment over to my big machine and cut the heart out. I will be right back. So stay with me and I'll be right back. Okay, you can probably hear me running it through. And I am back. So now we have our heart cut out. And we're going to adhere the top of the box. So again, I'll be using my liquid adhesive. And just hold it for a couple of seconds so it adheres well. And by making those little snips to get rid of what I call that extra bulk, the box will always come together with nice edges that meet. So I am looking forward to reading and seeing who has made some Valentine things already. Whether they're cards or treat holders. So how many people actually send Valentine cards? I would love to know. I think it's nice to send Valentine cards. It's not just for a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend or, one of your children. It's nice to send them to your friends, even give little things to your coworkers. I love to make Valentine treats. Well, Actually, I like to make all kinds of treat holders for every occasion. You know, making 3D projects was actually my passion before I was making cards even. And now we're going to add our window sheet. You could do this before you assemble the lid, or you can do it after. Because we're just dropping it in there to cover up the opening where we cut out the heart. And when you use window sheets, liquid adhesive really does not work well for this. You could use glue dots, the tape like I'm using. You could also use the Seal Plus. But I'm just so used to, I always like to use the tape for this. But glue dots do work well. It's just liquid adhesive really is not that good with the window sheet. Alright, so we're just gonna, oh my goodness, I think I see a Harry hair. I think I got it. Yes. Harry hair is all over. Anyone who comes to my classes knows that. Okay. And then what we're going to do inside the box here, we're going to put our cookie cutter in. And then I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back here so this heart will pop up a little bit. And you're going to be shocked, but I'm going to only use 3 dimensionals. Can you believe it? This is something I really don't have to worry about it, you know, sagging in the middle or coming loose. You just have to worry about dropping it. I'm just going to try and get it in the middle of the heart there. Okay. Now what you could do, I did that at Christmas time with the ones I made. I put just I rolled up a glue dot and just put it on one end of the cookie cutter, just so it didn't move around in the box. But the heart here is not much wiggle room in there, so I think it's okay without adhering it. And now comes the moment of truth. Let's make sure my lid fits. Oh, my lid fits. How about that? And now we will just do our stamping. I'm using real red ink. And little hugs and kisses. I'm just going to stamp it right in the middle of my scrap paper here. And I'm going to bring over my little machine and cut this out here. I can't believe I was confused. Well, I guess I can believe, but that I was confused about which set this die came from. How quick and easy that is to cut out. Now, there's a few other things you could do here while this is still inside the die. If you wanted, you could take a sponge dauber and you could just sponge around it and get a little color on it, and then it leaves that white halo around it, which looks very pretty. Or you could take the sponge dauber and just sponge around the edges, or you could do like I did and just leave it plain. So what is nice about this die here, it already has the hole in it for you to tie. So I'm using the real red and white baker's twine, which as you see now is not just for Christmas crafting. And I really don't know how much I used, so I'm just going to wrap some around here. See if I have enough there. Let me get a little more. And then I'll cut some here. I probably have extra. And then I tied it in a knot. And then I ran the die cut piece through it. Okay. And what you can do with this, you can actually slide this on and off if need to. And then you can just slide it back on. You could use ribbon as well. I just like baker's twine so much. And then just tie that once and then make a bow. Very easy. And then you can just play with it afterwards. See, I have some extra baker's twine here. Should I attempt a second bow? A double bow on this one? I don't know. Don't want to mess it up. Let's see. Just pull that a little more. I think we're good with the one. And so I'll just trim my tails here. And there you have it, your cute Valentine cookie cutter holder. Darling, I mean, not everybody wants to get chocolates for Valentine's Day, though I can't imagine why not, because I am a big sweet eater. But it makes a very cute gift. Did you know someone who's a baker? I think this is just darling. Absolutely darling. Well, my crafty friends, I can't wait to read your comments and tell me what you think about tonight's project. So, this is with the, just to remind you, the Endless Love bundle. Actually sweet because I use the DSP as well. Also, the sweet comes with ribbon, an embossing folder, and some shaker elements. Cute set, and I think you could use this past Valentine's Day as well. Hearts you can always use for anniversaries. You could use the love for a lot of different occasions. The hugs and kisses. Today and always you could use for a wedding card. The to from, of course, you can use year-round for making tags. So, great set. And that is from the Spring Mini. Anyone that does not have a catalog yet and would like one, please let me know and I'll get one off to you. And I will just quickly show you some things that I've been up to lately. I had 2 classes last week. I had a Valentine class, and at that we made 2 cards. Let me just get the cards and show you what we made. It was a fancy fold class. So this was the 1 card. And you can see the embossing folder there. And that's our envelope. And then this here was the 2nd card. And this actually folds flat for mailing. And then it stands up. And we made actually chocolate-covered strawberries from the heart die. And then the 2nd class last week was Stampin' Bingo. And the theme was Under the Boardwalk. And this was card number 1. And our Ferris wheel here actually turns around. And this was card number 2. We have some faux sponging here because that's the DSP. But then we did some actual sponging here and on the inside of the card. And our Stampin' Bingo was so much fun. Keeping with the Under the Boardwalk theme, we had bags of popcorn, we had saltwater taffy, so it was just a all-around fun day. And of course, bingo is always fun. Okay, my crafty friends, I am so happy to be back. I hope you're happy that I'm finally back. Leave me some love. I can't wait to read your comments. And I'll see you back here next Wednesday. I don't know yet what I'll be doing next week, but whatever it is, I hope you'll come back and that you'll enjoy it. Okay, everyone, have a wonderful evening, a wonderful crafty week. Please don't forget to get inky and stamp something. And I will see you next Wednesday. Thanks. Bye.